The Wuthering Waves 3.6 livestream just concluded a couple of days ago, and we have quite a few things to look forward to. We've got 2 new resonators, 3 reruns, a brand new traversal mechanic, a new hologram, more Mengzhou story, some interesting events, and a bunch of smaller quality of life changes. In this video, we're going to unpack everything coming in version 3.6, and at the end, I'll share my honest thought. So let's quickly go through it. Let's start with the characters. The first phase will introduce Qingxiao, our brand new arrow, sword DPS. She's graceful, and her playstyle shows it. She's been a fan favorite since Kuro first revealed the Mengzhou cast. One of the main things that makes her interesting is her ability to apply Toon Strain to enemies, so she seems to be designed around this new mechanic. And alongside her, we're getting the rerun of Denia, who apparently pairs extremely well with characters that can utilize Toon Strain. So if you missed out on pulling Look and your Denia is sitting on bench, Qingxiao is going to be a valuable pull. Moving on to Phase 2, we have another brand new resonator, Jingran. Jingran is a fusion broadblade resonator that scales with HP and deals heavy attack DMG. As being a rare male resonator, the hype for him isn't any less. Girls are going crazy over his exposed armpits. We will discuss more about him in a completely different video. Stay tuned. And accompanying Jingran will be the reruns of Hyuki and Mornai. Of course, their respective signature weapons will also be available alongside the character banners, so you'll have the usual character and weapon banner options during both phases. Moving on to the story. Version 3.6 will continue the Mengzhou arc with Act 3, Song of the Heart Sword. But that's not all. We're also getting the Nethermancer's Requiem, a quest dedicated to Jingran. Both quests will be available on day 1 when a patch drops. So if you're mainly here for the lore, there's quite a bit to look forward to. Now, let's talk about one of the major highlights of the patch. Sword Flight. Yes, we're finally getting a brand new traversal method that lets us fly around on a sword. And honestly, this looks so cool. I haven't seen a single Wuwa player who isn't excited about this. We've had quite a few different ways to move around the world already, but flying through the air on a sword is definitely something else. The only question right now is where exactly we'll be able to use it. We don't know yet whether sword flight will be available across the entire game world or if it's going to be restricted to Mengzhou. Either way, I'm definitely looking forward to trying this out. And if you're looking for something that's going to humble you after all that fun, Myriad Snare is coming as a brand new hologram challenge. And from what we've seen so far, this thing looks absolutely brutal. Good luck, you're going to need it. We're also getting some improvements to echo management. There are changes to things like sorting and searching, which should hopefully make managing a massive echo inventory a little less painful. And then we have some interesting additions. We're getting mail management, which allows you to better manage your in-game mail. And honestly, I don't know who is hoarding their Wuwa mail. I can't even remember the last time I received a mail that I genuinely wanted to save. Compare that to something like Genshin, where characters send you birthday messages that you might actually want to keep. So this feature isn't exactly at the top of my wish list. We're also getting a screenshot sharing feature. Now let's talk about the events. One of the more interesting ones is If Dreams Still Reverberate, which will be a featured co-op event. And honestly, I'm happy to see this. We don't get co-op focused events that often in Wuthering Waves, so whenever one comes around, it feels a little more special. And also, Second Coming of Solaris is back. If you played this event during the Renacida arc, you already know what we're getting into. For anyone who missed it, the whole idea is that the developers intentionally introduce bugs into the game, and players have to find and correct them. It's a fun concept, and it was very well received when during its first run all the way back in Septimon. So I'm glad they're bringing it back. The rest of the events are the usual ones, nothing particularly special. So, what do I think about version 3.6? Honestly, I think it's a pretty decent patch. I know some people might look at this live stream and think that 3.6 feels a little lackluster. And I completely understand why. We've had some absolutely insane patches back-to-back. 3.3 was Wuthering Waves' 2nd anniversary. 3.4 was the collab. And then 3.5, the release of Mengzhou, an entire new region. Those patches were loaded in terms of content. So after 3 huge patches like that, a regular update is naturally going to feel less exciting by comparison. I think it'll take some time for us to get used to the normal patches again. But personally, I'm still pretty excited about 3.6, and I'm really looking forward to pulling both the units as well playing through the story and acquiring Sword Flight. And there's one more thing I'm really curious about. Suoming meeting Yinlin. I have absolutely no idea what Kuro is cooking with that interaction, but I'm definitely interested. I'll also be making a video completely dedicated to Jingran. He looks amazing, and it's worth talking about. Stay tuned for that one. And that's pretty much everything from a version 3.6 livestream. What are you guys most excited about? Qingxiao, Jingran, Sword Flight, the story, or something else? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.